Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm Overa and today I'm going to be showing you how I customize my lace frontals. Okay, so this lace frontal was sent to me by Soul Lady Hair. All of the links are going to be in the description box. So I start off with bleach powder. I use Rapid Blue bleach powder and I'm using a 40 volume developer. I think it's called True Zone. Everything that I use is going to be in the description box below. So I'm gonna start mixing it. I like to do it gradually. I start off with a small piece because I hate it when I'm just making bleach powder for my frontal and I use a lot. So basically the consistency that you're looking for is like thick yogurt, like yogurt but just a bit thicker, so in between yogurt and like porridge. A lot of people say they don't like the mixture to be able to fall off the mixing utensil. However, I want it to just drop, so I'm going to show you the perfect consistency to me. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it, this is what works for me. So as you can see, it wasn't right, so I just kept adding developer. Okay, so this is perfect. So what I'm going to do is I start off by patting it on, and I like to start from the hairline because that's the most important. To be honest, like bleaching the knots on all of the frontal isn't actually necessary. If you just get the hairline and probably like the middle part and the two side parts that you're going to do, that's fine. However, I do like bleach all of the knots on the frontal. Okay, so after I finished placing the bleach mixture on top of the lace, then I lightly spread it into the frontal, kind of like jam, but like not with force, just lightly. I then set my timer for 7 minutes because I want to like keep checking on it. So I set it for 7 minutes and then I let it go for another 5 minutes. Over here I'm showing you at the 7-minute mark what it had done. I let it go again for like 5 more minutes and then I use purple shampoo. So these are the results. Like, it looks so much better when you don't bleach your knots. The black dots just look so Barbie-ish and just yucky. Okay, time to pluck the frontal. What I like to do is I like to section my frontal into 3 sections. Over here I think I sectioned it into half. However, later on I do section it into 3 parts. When you do this, it makes you can see what you're doing clearly and time kind of goes quickly. Like if you pluck your frontal all in one go, you don't really see what you're doing and then it's uneven and it just don't look cute. Yep, so what I do is I part like 1 centimeter in the front hairline and I pluck behind that just to make my frontal less dense. Make sure you use a tweezer that has like a square side. I found that when I use this kind of tweezer, it actually holds onto the hair and it pulls it out much better without damaging the lace. I feel like the pointed tweezer doesn't do anything. For every 30 seconds that you pluck hair, make sure you comb out the hair. If you don't do this, you won't be able to see what you've actually plucked and what hair is supposed to come out, what hair is supposed to stay, and it can lead to over plucking. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to like thoroughly pluck the hair that I've parted in the front section. I'm just going to pluck this in like an X shape. So I go in one direction, then I go in the other. This makes sure that there is like a kind of like a dip kind of pattern. It's not uniform, like you're just plucking in random spots. However, kind of in a, I don't know, like if you just see what I'm doing. So I go to the left and I go to the right like that. When I do this, it just makes my hairline look more natural. so now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb back that section that I've just plucked. I do this so I can see what exactly I've done, what else I need to do, like what section I need to pluck more. Hopefully you can see that there is a difference in the frontal density. It's much more, I don't know, you can kind of see more gaps in it. Like, we're not done, however you can see how much more natural it is when you compare it to the other side. Like, the other side is a very straight line and it's just dense throughout. However, on the right side you can see variations. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to create like a squiggly line. When I do this, it's going to bring out sections that I'm going to pluck further. As you can see, these sections and in between them, you can see like a wavy kind of pattern, like dips in the frontal. This is what's really gonna make your hairline more customized and unique. It's gonna really take away from that straight hairline that we saw in the beginning. So what I do is I section off the sectioned hair in the front, and I just hold that and I pluck in between that. When I'm plucking in between the hair that's left, I really go hard with the plucking because I want this to be really thin, because normally hairlines are thin from the beginning. Obviously I'm not going to make it bold, however I'm going to pluck more thoroughly than I did in previous sections. Hopefully you can start seeing the dips that are going to be formed in the hairline. It's looking so much more better compared to the other side, which is still straight. So now what I'm going to do is the sections that I've sectioned off, the little pieces in the front, I'm going to pluck them so hard. Like, you know, before how I said I'm going to thoroughly pluck the frontal, these little sections are going to be plucked till like there's just fine strands, because they're kind of like the baby hairs. Yeah. I'm so sorry I lost footage, but basically all I did was I really plucked the little hairs that were in the front. Hopefully you can see that the frontal is looking so juicy, so fine. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a squiggly line again, but we're going to take even less hair. And you know, before when I said that I was going to pluck heavily, this one we're going to pluck so heavily, because this is basically going to form the baby hairs and the hairs that just lay in the front of your face, and you don't need much of those. So yeah, we're just going to go ham till there's like probably like 15 hairs left. After I finish doing that, I brush it back so I could see what my frontal is looking like, and then I go ahead to the front of the frontal and I just pluck where I feel like it's necessary, like where I feel like I want more dips or less hair, and I pluck away, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. So after I do that, I do a squiggly line once again just to see what baby hairs I'm working with, and as you can see, the little strands in the front, and that is good enough for me. So this is what my frontal is looking like. I don't like to pluck loads because over time frontals shed and you don't want to have a bold frontal. Of course when I put it on, if I need to pluck more, then I will pluck more, but this is what my frontal is looking like. If we compare it to the other side, you can clearly see it's much more natural, and you can definitely take anyone's man with this frontal.
Frontal music. Frontal music. Frontal music.